Yo! Kamusta? Mabuhay and maligayang pagbabalik sa akin channel. Before I tell you what we are about to react to, you should know that there is construction across my place, okay? So you may hear some knocking and banging and drilling from time to time. Now, today we will be reacting to another Project Nightfall annoying videos. But the title of this video is very intriguing, so I was like, why not? The title goes like, how 5 Filipinos died in a Pepsi contest. Wait, what? That's intriguing and confusing, and I want to know how, okay? So that's why we'll be reacting to it, despite the annoying way the guy from Project Nightfall edits his videos and presents his videos, you know? Okay, before we start, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Music Game News, because that is where you can DM me your suggestions. And without further ado, let's jump right into it.
Night fam, I'm about to tell you a crazy story about one of the world's biggest brands that is incredibly cursed. We are
Oh my god, that is incredibly cursed. What, did he release this because it's October and it's, you know, Halloween? Plus, he puts the creepy music behind with the bangs and everything. Question, do you guys prefer Pepsi or Coca-Cola? You know, that usual question that everybody asks. I personally like both, but I do prefer the lemon Pepsi to, you know, Coca-Cola.
talking about Pepsi and a tragic story that involves $32 billion and
God.
5 deaths.
Okay, that's not good though.
It all happened in the Philippines. But first, let me take you back to how it all started. Most people know that Pepsi always had this battle against Coca-Cola. But Pepsi always seemed to be the loser. Like going bankrupt, investing tens of millions of dollars on failed products, with even celebrity endorsers getting the same bad luck. Coca-Cola always won the battles, but Pepsi never gave up. They tried all sorts of marketing stunts to beat Coke, until one day came the number fever in 1992, where every night those who bought Pepsi could win cash prizes, starting from some small money all the way to 1 million pesos. All they had to do was collect the Pepsi bottle caps with numbers inside and wait for the...
Okay, so that's the number fever. Well, they're not the first ones or the last ones that have done this. I remember growing up, you know, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and other, you know, other brands also did this, you know, like it was exciting for us young kids to like open the bottle and see if we had won anything, you know, just from the writing that was under the cap of the bottle. It was an exciting time, you know. Not much was happening during that time. We didn't have the internet. You know, most of us didn't even have a TV, so that was exciting to us.
Live announcement on TV of the winning 3-digit number between 1 to 999. Pepsi had full control of what numbers would appear under the cups and on TV, so that every night only 2 people would become millionaires. A computer program the company used...
Millionaires in dollars or in pesos? He probably means in pesos.
Made sure that only the winning number would be generated live. The number fever became extremely successful. Pepsi's sales finally went from 10 million to 14 million a month. For the first time ever, Pepsi finally thought they can overtake Coca-Cola. Until...
Okay, so it's basically a trick, right? Because people are not choosing to purchase Pepsi because they prefer it to Coca-Cola, right? It's not because they prefer the taste to Coca-Cola, but because they think they can win 1,000,000 pesos, right? So it's like,
One night, instead of showing the pre-selected winning number of 134, Pepsi by mistake showed 349, which was printed on more than 600,000 Pepsi bottle caps. So the hundreds of thousands of people who were watching with the number 349 in their caps all thought they just won a lot of money.
oh my goodness.
Hundreds of thousands of incredibly
How can you make that mistake? That sounds like sabotage, like someone behind the scenes did that intentionally.
hopeful people about to be a part of a huge Pepsi curse. And you're about to learn exactly what happened next. Soon after, thousands of Filipinos all over the country rushed to claim their prize.
Oh, you have to collect, baby.
They didn't even wonder why there were so many of them. All they knew was that they were about to be millionaires. And this is where the company
Okay, how much is 1,000,000 pesos in dollars? Because he makes it sound like it's so much money, you know, about to become millionaires. Let me check. All right, so right now, 1,000,000 pesos, Filipino pesos, is around 17 to 18,000 USD, right? So when you say 1,000,000, it sounds huge. But if you think about it, in American dollars, it's just $17,000, and I'm sure that that amount is still big, you know, for a random Filipino. But I just feel like I'm being misled in a way by Project Nightfall, because he keeps saying million, 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 you know?
realized a giant error that happened. The Pepsi executives held a meeting to find a solution to this billions big problem. First, they had to inform newspapers to print the correct...
And he does not, you know, say pesos. He just says millions and billions, just so that in your mind you think it's a lot of money.
winning number 134. Then Pepsi publicly blamed the computer glitch for the error and offered the cup holders some small money as compensation.
How much?
I mean, can you imagine the disappointment these winners felt? For one night, they thought they are rich, and so the winners were, of course, angry. Pepsi had to honor their promise despite the mistake. But, of course, it was financially impossible for the company to pay all of them. But to many of the winners, it didn't matter. The anger turned to protests. Many protests became riots. People destroyed properties in anger. It was violent. And this is where the biggest part of the Pepsi curse happened.
The Pepsi curse?
Pepsi executives received death threats.
It's not a Pepsi curse, it's not a curse, it's a mistake. What?
Trucks were destroyed, stoned or burned. Many people ended up injured. And worst of all, it got so violent that at least 5 people died from homemade bombs thrown at Pepsi properties. All because of Pepsi. To top it all off, this began a new scandal.
It's not because of Pepsi. It's because of a problem that happened with the computer, a glitch, or maybe it's someone, you know, that did that intentionally, you know, behind the scenes. I don't know. But I just, oh my God, I just do not like how this guy writes the script for his videos, presents his videos. It's so dramatic for nothing. It's so annoying, you know? So every time you guys ask me to react to his videos, I'm curious because sometimes he does talk about things that are interesting, you know? And this is an interesting story, you know, but he is making it way bigger than it's supposed to be, you know?
People believed that the bombings were orchestrated by Pepsi itself. 3 men claimed that they were paid by the company to stage the attacks to paint the protesters as terrorists. Whether or not it really was Pepsi that turned the protests into deadly riots, the violence and deaths held the company back. And Pepsi was once again in the depths of its curse, more than ever losing against their competitor, Coca-Cola.
Doesn't it feel like he talks like a computer? It feels like that to me because it sounds like each word is recorded on its own because he wants to make it impactful and he wants to enunciate it very well because it will hit the listener and viewer better, you know? And I can hear it because it feels chopped, you know? So I feel like each maybe word or 2 words have been recorded separately and then put together in post-production.
It is truly fascinating how one simple mistake can impact thousands and even take away 5 lives. Perhaps some will see this as a story of bad luck, a story of a huge brand suffering a curse that it might carry forever. But for me, I see this as a story of bad decisions bringing bad results. And so, Night Fam, we hope this serves as a reminder for you to always think about the impact of your every choice.
My gosh, that was terrible. I could have read about this story in 1 paragraph and it would have been over. I don't like the way he presents things. And okay, yes, it's terrible that all these people died. Rest in peace, you know, really sorry for them and for their families, of course. And this type of thing should not happen. But I think it was just an unfortunate event, you know, that happened. And hopefully they learned from their mistakes. Okay, now let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. And I know that I may have focused more on how Project Nightfall presents his videos rather than the actual story, but I can't help it. It's just very bothersome to me. And you're gonna say, well, why do you keep reacting to his videos? First of all, I have not reacted to a lot of his videos, but also because you guys asked me to, and like I said, this story was intriguing, you know? But if somebody else had presented this story, you know, differently, I would have chosen to, you know, check out somebody else's video. But you guys sent me this one, so I was like, why not? But seriously, every time I react to him, it's just so bothersome. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on the story, but also on how Project Nightfall just, you know, promotes. He promotes things so it irks me. So let me know your thoughts about Project Nightfall. Maraming salamat po. Thank you for watching. And of course, if you have gotten value out of this video, then do not hesitate to check out my other reaction videos right here.